literally just heard, what now? What now, right? This post full moon cracking open, seeing the underbelly of our heritage, our inheritance, our soul memory. What now? What do we do with this? I feel like you're holding like the substance of your soul, and you're like, what now? And you may have been hit with exhaustion, tired, sleepy, eepy sleepy. I know a good chunk of the people within my inner circle have said that they've called out of work today. Very low energy. Very low energy. I'm even like, I didn't want to do any readings today, but sometimes I'm blessed with this job. I'm blessed with this job. And so ultimately it's just like, once I get into the flow of this, we'll be going. So what now? What now? I'm Izzy. I go by 8th House Mercury here. On my other account, I go by Astrology, where I do evolutionary astrology. That's the core thing that I do. It's not, I'm not your typical astrologer. It's very different what I do. And if you catch me on my live streams, you'll see that. Additionally, you can subscribe to my newsletter. It's totally free. It's where I break down the transits that are coming up in a neatly written format for you to digest. It's free. Subscribe through the link in my bio. Okay, what now? Well, isn't that freaking ironic? You guys are probably you don't have to be. You might be a Libra rising, though. You might be a Libra rising. We've got the South Node in Virgo in the 12th house. The South Node is presently at the first degree. It's at 0 degrees of Virgo right now, before it's going to be shifting into Leo in a couple weeks. And so there's sort of this like final cleansing, this final purge, and like spirit, like you're in the what now, and spirit here is gently emphasizing, just be, right? Yeah, whatever sickness I have, I don't even know what it is. It doesn't even feel like traditional things. Like there's just a lot of ache, and like especially around my heart and my throat. And I just saw 222 on the timer, so you might be feeling similarly. The South Node in Virgo in the 12th house. This is speaking to like, I heard like there's a reorganization of your beliefs and your like inner subconscious mind happening right now with what was revealed. That's why you're like looking at the substance that was exposed to you, and like really sitting with it, and you're just like, yeah. And it's almost like everything's making sense why your life moved the way that it did in a certain degree. And now I feel like there's autonomy and ownership that's coming as a result of this. Now that you've like, it's like you've pulled like what you thought was other people, you've pulled it into your reality and realized, this is mine. This is mine to make what I want out of this. And I can actually choose to like recycle that energy. Like we can use it for something different. What deck do we want? Oh man, my throat, y'all. Yeah, this is for sure gonna be my last reading for today. We'll see. I say that and Spirit's like, you thought. Okay. The desert, yeah. There's sort of this haziness and this in the vision. Okay. They're saying that this time right now is a sort of vision quest, right? If you've ever heard of that, that sort of is a rite of passage that happens where you do like a deep fast and go into the desert. And when your body is in that state, it almost feels like you've taken all the emotional substance out of your form to a certain degree, and you're looking at it. And it's like, what do I want to reincorporate into my life going forward? But right now there's something about just like sitting with it. It's, you know what it's giving me? With the Virgo energy, if you've ever done, y'all know Marie Kondo back in like, what was that, like 2017, 2018, where it was a huge thing, where even 2016, I think, where it's like, does it spark joy, right? Where she like wrote a book on like the Kondo method or whatever, where you take everything out of like the drawers, you pull everything out so you can see all of it. That's what I feel like you're doing energetically right now. And you're like looking at it and it's like, what now? Well, the whole process that she moves through is like donate, keep, and sell, or whatever it is. I don't remember, but there's something about like you have to hold each item and ask, does this spark joy? If it's a no, You disregard it. You get rid of that. And that's what I feel like is happening here. And there's something about it being very subconscious almost. Like happening in the, I heard like sub-processing. Like if you're familiar with computers, there's sub-processing, which is like all this stuff that's happening that you can't visually see. So there's a vision happening here. Can we get insight on the vision? The fault line. You know that there is, as a result, you already got the deeper insight that as a result of like the shifts that are happening in your life, that things are going to be crumbling, that things are going to be changing. You are going to be on, I heard like on the other side, right? Things are in the animal. You're noticing in this, like, there's sort of this over-preparedness that your mind is going into of, like, how do I control this? And the animal within you, I heard, like, the animal within you will know how to navigate this, but also naming the, like, fight, flight, freeze, like, your primal responses to things, and you're noticing the programming. That's what's coming up here. That's why this is happening. We have the bridge. We have the bridge. You don't have to do it alone. We have the mentor here where I just heard like a BetterHelp ad in my head, like maybe looking for therapy, maybe looking for a therapist, or like somebody, I heard like somebody outside of your direct reality that doesn't have a perspective on you. I'm going to say I have one mentorship spot left. This is a serious commitment. I'm very blunt about that. It's not for everybody, but if you're interested, I have spots, and or I have a natal chart reading for the month of July or August if you're interested in booking. There's just something about support. Come join my Discord, even that, if you feel that call to. There's just like a lot of really beautiful people in this. And it's like, that doesn't have to, and even your spirit team as well. Tell me the bridge, the ring. I heard like cycles. You're on that, in the one. Okay. What now, right? What now? What is now is you noticing your inherent reactions to things at a deeper level and understanding that you do not have to continue to tread that same path. Spirit's really, I'm feeling like you feel like you're cornered, right? With like the intensity of what is happening, but you're not. They're like, this was brought up in something I was listening to where basically like your higher self is coming in and they're showing you, the vision is like, they're showing you the labyrinth of like, you're a mouse in like a little maze, right? Your human self is this mouse in this maze, and it keeps trying to go through like a same pathway. It keeps doing the same pathway, finds the same result. It keeps doing it because it doesn't know anything different. And so your higher self is looking down saying like, if only they just, went a different pathway, and there was something that happened that cut them off from going this other pathway, they could go this way. And that's literally when God intervenes and says no more. That's his fault line. So something's literally happening in your life, tower moment, that's saying like, no, not this anymore. So you have to go a different pathway. Are you fucking kidding me? My computer, hold on. Can't make that up. And especially the fact that I brought up like computer stuff, like you're in a restart. Like it's almost time to restart, right? There's an update pending, and I want to, and like on the other side of this is like the truest form that you've been of yourself. There's a lot of shedding. Tell me what is on the other side of this update. We have the dead end, the father, the vessel. You literally knowing, like, you're not returning back to these patterns, first off, like you literally cannot. And there is this deeper authority around like who receives access to you. I'm seeing like, I heard I'm the emperor, I'm the daddy in my life. Like there's almost like this energy of like deeper authority that is happening within your field. Anima Mundi, it's like you've been giving your power away and externalizing things outside of you. And this whole process is to show you how fucking powerful you are at creating your reality, and that you can go through hard things. What now? What now is the life of your dreams. There's just the human process of like, when the restart comes in, you just gotta pause for a bit. That's what we're in right now. We're in the pause. I heard the sacred pause. I'm gonna leave this here. I love you all so much. Come join my Discord if you feel that call. I'd love to have you there, or my inner circle if you feel that.